As Rick said, we're Crystal and Colin McLean, Saratoga Juice Bar co-founders. We have two special guests with us today, two of our team members, one of whom I did not think was going to be here, our national sales manager, who has been on the road for 2 days. He's here, Sean Wilbur, and he's going to give us a highlight or two of things that have happened very recently, actually last week, Wednesday and Thursday. So that's going to be exciting. And also we have Amber Sabine, who some of you may have already met. Amber is our nutrition and cold pressed juice expert. She is unbelievable. She's done some amazing things with self-healing and is just kind of stellar. So happy to have them, and we'll introduce you to the rest of our team in a slide a little later. Here's my clicker. I got it. Okay, so welcome to Saratoga Juice Bar. We are a premium cold pressed juice company. And we were originally inspired by the legacy of Saratoga and the history of wellness for over 200 years. When we opened, as Rick said, it was 2013. We were only the second cold-pressed juice bar in the Northeast at that time, outside of Manhattan. So that was a big thing for us. And you know, people say, like, you're serial entrepreneurs, you have 4 restaurants, you've done all these things. What inspired you to get into the juice business? You know, anything that gives us an edge. So cold pressed juice we discovered when we were in New York City and LA, and we just love it. We've developed a real interest and deep love for the space and the product. And so when we had the opportunity, we saw an empty space on Broadway, 2 doors down from 2 of our restaurants, and we were like, oh my gosh, this is a moment, we're gonna do it again. So we opened a juice bar. So what is cold pressed juice? Really, it's considered the most nutritionally complete juice. We look at it as instant nutrition. Every bottle, whether it's a 12-ounce bottle or a 16-ounce bottle, contains between 3 and 5 pounds of fresh produce. So we've done a thing at some of our demos and our tastings where we actually bring a giant bowl of fresh produce that weighs 5 pounds. And it's like, you know, unbelievable. You picture eating that and you'd be eating for days. Whereas this way, you drink it and you feel amazing. The difference between cold pressed juice and regular juice is that the juice is extracted hydraulically versus centrifugally, which means that there's no heat in the process. And that keeps the enzymes live, that keeps everything as close to a whole food as possible. As Rick also said, we started out with three clients. Were our first ones, Goldman Sachs, that's where I work, sorry. Global Foundries, Skidmore, and Roma Foods, and now we're up to 200, including these that you see here. Locally, we're in Hannaford stores, we're in Healthy Living, we're in Whole Foods Albany. More nationwide, we're in Wegmans, 30 Wegmans stores you can see. We're in the Fairway Markets in New York City, we're in 15 of those. And I'm gonna have Sean just quickly, oh my gosh, he's high energy. He's gonna just tell us quickly on Hot Off the Press News.
Yeah, hi everybody. Wegmans, we were summoned to Wegmans by Nicole Wegman last week. Colin and I went. We launched last year with a 2-ounce cold pressed shots, which are taking the market by storm. She fell in love with it, wanted to know what else are we working on. Long story short, they're in the process of expanding us into all 92 Wegmans as we speak. They're giving us the top shelf dedicated for not only our shots, and there's a new flavor that they love that we're going to be adding to our lineup of shots, but also 3 12-ounce bottles of functional beverage, tart cherries and some other good things. So 92 Wegmans. One big thing that happened, we now have the capability to go national with a distributor. We just landed with Albert's Organics. They're part of UNFI. Delivered to them yesterday, and now we have the capability to deliver coast to coast. And we have customers waiting for us coast to coast. There's a couple other things that we're not at liberty to say until the purchase order comes to us, but our biggest account, which you all shop at, is a done deal. So great things to come, and 60 CVS's in Boston. Other than that, about to expand to Hannaford. We're in 5 local ones. They're in the process of putting us in 90 of them. So lots of great things and a great opportunity to jump on board.
Just quickly, this is a sell sheet. This is what actually goes to our wholesale buyers. So you can see the barcodes there. The cold pressed juice industry started out with the 16-ounce bottles that were part of the juice cleanse trend. That was in 2007 with Blueprint juice, Blueprint cold pressed juice. Did anyone do cleanses? Anybody know what Blueprint is? Thank you. So anyway, that started, those bottles were going for between $9 and $11 at that time per bottle. We have about, 12 flavors of the 16-ounce bottles in our retail store only. They sell for $7.99. In the wholesale market, companies like us who kind of realize the niche and the price point sensitivity, and also the portion size appropriateness kind of concept, we've gone to a 12-ounce bottle. We're able to sell a 12-ounce bottle, 7 flavors in the wholesale market, for between $4.99 and $5.99. That's what's gotten the interest from some of our large wholesalers, because it's the perfect size to drink, it's the right price point, and it's the flavor profiles really do stand out from others in our market niche. These are our shots. These are the 2-ounce wellness shots that we talked about. Those are in the marketplace. Those go for between $2.99 and $3.99. Okay, Colin's going to talk about how we scale our business. Does that mean 1 minute left? Oh dear goodness. Okay.
So primarily starting this company and wholesaling, our whole goal is to build a wellness brand on a national level. And in order to do that, we would have to be able to scale at some point. We have managed to form some pretty significant, powerful relationships with a couple of co-packers. One's in Los Angeles, another is in Edison, New Jersey, and we have one in Maryland. These co-packers are able to do up to 30,000 to 60,000 bottles a day for us. That allows us to go out and sell to national retail grocers and hotel chains. So scalability, we have distribution that's been lined up. The technology on the right, I don't want to go into too much, but basically the entire cold pressed juice industry became the top growing non-alcoholic beverage sector since 2012, and that was primarily because of that technology. Cold pressed juice was in juice bars. It had a 3 to 6 day shelf life. That machine puts cold water pressure on finished product in a plastic bottle. The magic of it is the 87,000 pounds per square inch of water pressure kills bacteria and actually does not do any damage to the enzymes or nutrients in the bottle. So this became an ultra premium cold pressed juice. It's now gone global, and that technology right now, wellness itself is a macro trend globally, only second to urbanization. And we happen to be developing products now that are niches in the marketplace, and companies like Wegmans can't wait to see what we can collaborate with them on developing new products. And we are looking to, develop the brand in California and in the Northeast and beyond. As well as other companies on the first tier of cold pressed juice, several years ago, Blueprint out of Brooklyn was acquired in 2013 by Hanes Celestial for about $25 million. The Evolution Fresh acquired by Starbucks for $30 million and a $70 million facility build. That was in 2011. Suja, Coca-Cola got in on the game as they had to. After buying Dwella, they ended up having to buy a cold pressed juice company. They bought Suja, and that one was for a $90 million, 30% stake. I'm just going to pass it over to Crystal to close up.
And the big one that I love is in 2017 in January, Dr. Pepper Snapple bought My Brands for $1.7 million. This is our team, which we talked about. What's next? We talked about nationwide distribution. We have a pop-up New York City store opening later this month. We can talk offline about that. And the capital raise for brand development and expanded distribution is what we can use help with. We are raising money and also pursuing unique and profitable opportunities and strategic partnerships. Where else do you see us? Do you know of people that we should be talking to? Some of our shots from the road and our contact information. Thank you so much for having us. Questions, please.
One right here. Up above.
was in the works in, I think, well, it was in the works in the fall, and it came, and it was consummated.
So they probably helped.
Yes,
bring that about.
without a doubt. Good question. Yes?
So, Sabra had listeria in its factories. How do you make sure that nothing like that happens?
Who does Sabra? Is that hummus?
Yeah.
Is that the hummus people? Well, the good thing is the co-packing industry, especially as it relates to juice, is highly regulated. The person that oversees our co-packing facility in Edison, New Jersey, actually wrote the HACCP plan for the FDA. His name is Chris Jenkins. So they all are very high level with the FDA as far as oversights. Everyone who touches the juice, I mean, you go in and it's like a hazmat community, like you get suited up. They all have, our team even in the retail stores HACCP certified. So on the level of the co-packers, it's much more intense. Yeah, thank you. But we love having the Chris Jenkins connection, knowing that he wrote the plan for the FDA. Yes, anyone else? We have samples. Thank you. A lot of you met Amber earlier. She is stocked with samples. Please go see her.
We don't want to take any home with us, so please.
Yeah, and if you want to talk to us about, anything, capital raises, leads you have for us is where we should be. We'd love to talk to you. Yes, sorry. So it depends on where we are. Our wheatgrass is grown locally.
We actually have several co-packers. So some of our shots are done in Los Angeles. We have a wheatgrass farmer there who grows it for us.
And in the retail store, it's grown locally, and I think he's in
New York
Argonne.
State. Our apples come from upstate New York 7 months of the year. Other times it comes from Washington State. And citrus comes from Florida. It's basically, you can open up a facility anywhere in the country and you've got to bring produce from anywhere you can get it. I mean, it depends. California for leafy greens. It's a good question though.